Hello again. Today I'm going to share with you my crowning achievement of the last week or so, which is pretty cool in my book. Hopefully though, it's not just about me talking about what I can do. It's going to give you some ideas about how you can do your own steps. So these are the steps. This flatbed, as you know from the last video, it was like this already. We just put the deck boards on it. These are reclaimed concrete formed 2x6s. So we had to work with the height that we had. Now the coolest part about this is that every single thing you see on these steps is stuff I already had except for the black spray paint. Like everything. So I was able to repurpose it, which I'm even amazed that I could do. This is 1.5 inch tube steel that I retained from a clean out job last year that we did. This is looks like maybe 1 3/4 inch slotted tube steel, and this is actually from a road sign marker. So if somebody got crazy in Arizona and drove like a fool and knocked over this tube steel marker around a corner, and it was just completely out of the ground. So I was like, you know, that stuff's expensive. I know I can use it for something, so I kept it. These are the main supports for it, where it pivots. They're also tube steel. I kept that from the same clean out that I got that at. So I like to hang on to steel parts if I can. This, if you recognize from our first video, is the other latch. There were two. The latch that holds up our Murphy bed, I'm calling it a Murphy bed just because it kind of functions like one. Fold up bed. This is what holds these up. I wanted to make them fold up out of the way because I did not want these big huge steps hanging out the back all the time. This is, so I got a 2x6. I found this 2x4 at this campsite, and it was perfect for extending the step out. It's bolted to this cross member right here that's just part of the frame of the truck. I just happen to have 3 like 7-inch bolts. So I used 2 of them with washers, bolted it to holes that were already in the frame, cross member, and those serve to be supports for this, and then I lag screwed up through the cross member again into the back of this 2x6 here. So it's got 2 lag screws holding it in the back, and it's got these 2 extra long bolts holding to perpendicular to that. So it's very durable and it's very supportive. These are universal clevis pins that I got. I had bought 4 of them for the awning. I only needed 2, so I kept the other 2 knowing I'd need them. And it works as the pivot point for this stair system now. So what I do is, this is permanently fixed obviously, but the other 2 steps are not. So I can just stick it up like that. That's for security, and we can roll on down the road. Also, if you look here, this is another steel piece for support that I got from the same clean out job. All the steel that I kept. If you're wondering, it was a clean out job where the guy was a metal worker, so that was obviously how I got all the steel. And this is the same. These are very small, I guess you'd call them corner brackets or L brackets, but they're very thick steel. And so I screwed those into this 1.5 inch tube steel at the correct angle where they'd be level when this was down, and then screwed them to the board, the steps, and then I also drove a screw in through the steel after pre-drilling, of course, and into there from the side. So it's supported this way and from underneath. And so far it's been holding up really well. Obviously it's dirty. We've had a chance to use it quite a bit. Trying to think if there's anything else. That's basically the gist of it. But the steps aren't perfectly even, like as far as the distance between the treads. But the human body and the brain is very good at compensating for minor differences. So we haven't really noticed it. It's not really a problem. And it kind of forces us to slow down a little bit as we go up the stairs instead of blazing up and down and having an accident. So.
And tell them about the handle we found.
Huh? Oh yeah, I was going to say that too. The very day that I finished these steps, we were out walking, and my wife found this handle, and we were hoping to have a grab handle so that we could, you know, just help support ourselves, because a railing is impractical with RV steps, but just a, you know, something to hold on to steady yourself as you're going up and down. And it was just sitting out in the woods. So cool. I love it. Seriously, if like the lesson of this video is to, number one, hold on to stuff that is useful. Not like toilet paper and stuff, but like steel, wood, screws, anything that is could be useful in a project if you're that kind of person who's just always making your own stuff. So number one, hold on to everything that you possibly can justifiably carry with you. Because I mean, I was getting sick of carrying this stuff around, so I'm glad that I got to use it for something practical. And then number two, when you're walking, keep your eyes peeled for stuff. Because honestly, I have found numerous parts, bolts, things that I've kept because I knew I could use it, and they've come in handy, and I've been able to fix things and make things with stuff that I literally have just found alongside the road. So one man's trash, another man's treasure, that kind of thing. Always hold on to those things. And anyway, that's basically it. I just wanted to share how I did this. Hopefully it gives you some ideas on how you can do this too. I was, you know, thinking about hinges and stuff, and then I thought, well, to pivot, all you need is a pivot pin. And in fact, I was looking at a little step ladder at Walmart that the employees use, and that gave me the idea. All you gotta have is that little pivot point, just a pin. So that simplified the project, and I just happened to have all that I needed. And then we just bought some Rust-Oleum black spray paint to protect all the steel and make it look uniform. So there you go. Now you've got ideas for your own projects. Talk to you later.